Hey, yo, yo.
Back, Hir-O.
Yo, check it. This my special attack, 100 swords, 100 episodes, and here's to 100 more. Who got next? Place your change on the cabinet. Air Combo University graduates juggle my enemies before tagging in the Masters Hero. Pros in action, toe tagging champions getting active. The message will always get near you. Return to the dream team, Spider-Man and Strider hear you. When the mask is on, I can't promise Cyclops to keep his glasses on. The handshake was potent. The inner glow shown as a mega optic blast, trailing behind the Shinku Hadouken. How you gonna dodge both of them? Blast you down to the last atom. Best regards from the proton cannon you couldn't fathom. If you were raised on gaming and put a controller up, I'm old enough to study the meta before I bless you. We understood space in the dash clean. Now we need the Justin Wong poster right next to the pro athletes. Final justice like a primary lotus from out the sky. Stars and stripes reminding you racism is still alive. Bring a plasma sword to a gunfight. Hayato, bring a hurricane kick. Tatsumaki Sentakyu. One time for all my otakus who played the console till their eyes closing. Probably forgot to study for their finals. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash.
All right, we're good. Recording.
Boom, recording. Yeah, episode 121. My apologies, man. Shout out to the Discord. I dropped a nuclear bomb on you guys. I forgot to tell you guys that we were doing a definitive top 10 list. But hey, man, you guys came through. Got a bunch of lists. You guys sent them in, added them up. Got some lists from the Discord. Couple fans, couple friends, family members.
Hey.
Let's go. More on that later. Episode 121. What are you into currently, my friend?
Had a stressful week for a lot of different reasons. I told you about my backboard issue.
First of all, I just want to say to the Discord brothers and sisters, you guys
y'all did y'all thing.
Did your thing. This was the funniest. I'll call it a it was the greatest, the memeing. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
The memeing. This is the funniest meme event ever in SwordCast history.
Yeah. Now that we've identified, shout out to Drip Sensei, who is the meme god.
He is the all-time best meme artist ever.
And can do it so that he provides the skeleton for it, so we can like kind of play off of that. So like, I challenge the SwordCast listening family. That'll be, if there's a ridiculous thing that happens in your life and you have photographic evidence, call in the cavalry, and we will meme.
We'll turn it into turn your misfortune into laughs.
Yes, and it's perfect because not only do we have the meme god, we also have Edmund, who is the king meme pusher. He's like a meme kingpin in terms of like dealing memes. So now we've got the supplier and we've got the network. We've got the connect and we've got the guy, the actual dealer. We have like a meme empire now, bro.
Yeah, we do. A drug and meme empire.
Right.
Oh man.
So yeah, man. I mean, you've seen the story through the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, please join the Discord. But if you're not a member of the Discord and you listen to the podcast, the super long story short is that I've been trying to get my basketball rim replaced for literally like 2 months now. It took me forever to get it scheduled. I made fun of my guy Mike, who's been helping me with it, because he asked me if I had cement the last time. So
3 hours late.
3 hours late. This time he didn't have a ride to get here. At first, I'll be honest, I almost thought he was gonna ask me to come pick him up. I was about to be like, bro, the line must be drawn here.
It's getting out of hand.
Like, come on, bro, what are we doing? So he had his girl drop him off.
He needed a ladder.
And Again, we are installing a basketball rim, which is 10 feet regulation. This nigga
not building a house,
bro. This nigga brought a 2-foot step stool. That was his ladder. Hey, bro, you got a ladder? Huh? I mean, I do, but what you mean? And it wasn't even his. It was his girl's. He was like, hey, I don't remember his girl's name. Hey, can you get your step stool real quick? Like, bro, what the fuck we doing here? And not only that, he also at one point, I was down to help him because I could already tell this nigga is like mediocrely competent. So like, I'm gonna try to help in whatever way I can to make sure another disaster doesn't happen. More on that to come.
Mediocrely competent. That's a great term.
I mean, because he wasn't once he actually got going, you could tell that he had some experience.
You had to start the lawnmower for him,
right? But like, I just didn't trust him, bro. Like I just didn't, right. And not that he seems like a genuinely good dude, but like I just don't trust that you have your shit together yet, bro.
I mean, he's provided you with multiple.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that he is not a trustworthy person in that sense. But so not only did he have me helping, he also at one point called his girl, who by the way was in the car with, I presume is someone's child in the backseat, to also help.
Who are these people?
I'm sure she was so mad at this nigga. I'm sure, bro. And so here's the punchline. I need to build up the drama some because this had already been a nightmare to get this thing going. And there was one part of the assembly that was super difficult where we had to like lift up this is where his girl was helping.
Maybe play some dramatic music. Can we get some dramatic music?
I don't know. Let's see what YouTube has for dramatic music. And it's not sad though. It's something different.
No, it's like horrifying suspense.
Okay, dramatic. Is this what I need? Okay, this will work. So like, it's like already been a nightmare. It's taken me like 2 months to get this fucking appointment, and it was pushed back twice. And they they don't have nobody to help, right? They only got like one person working. That's why I got stuck with Mike. This music is ridiculous. So look, dog. Finally, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Almost there.
The last part was like lifting up the whole glass backboard and like lining it up so that the braces are and we can put all four of them in, all four of the screws in. But it was super heavy, so we all needed help to do it. And we finally got that motherfucker in there. I'm like, all right, bet.
So you're laboring now.
Yeah, I'm working.
You're working.
Yeah, I'm the one. I'm doing the work now. Not getting paid for it, by the way, as the music starts to get more intense. Not getting paid for it. Paying him for the work I'm doing, as a matter of fact. And then finally, we get it on there, and I'm thinking, we're here. We finally fucking finished this shit. It's finally done.
Let's go.
I can just all you gotta do now is screw the motherfucking goddamn bolts in. That's it. That's all you gotta do, and then put the rim on. I even already put the net on the rim just because that's the one thing I knew how to do. And when you know it, I sat down because I had my car door open. I sat down inside of my car, started looking at my phone, and all I hear was fucking glass, like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin was coming to the ring. Glass shattering, and I look up and I see a complete spider web of shattered glass. And then he says, "Oh, hey man, oh damn," or something. I don't know what the fuck he said. And my reaction to it was, I just fucking laughed, bro. Like I just laughed.
Oh my God.
We were at the finish line, and then that's it. That's the end of the story. Timing on that was fantastic.
That was unbelievable.
But yeah, bro, it was a fucking nightmare. So now I gotta wait till Monday for them niggas to call me back. Like, I mean, I'm definitely not about to pay for nothing. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna try to get my money back for this whole experience.
You definitely should.
So
after you laughed, what was his reaction?
I could tell he was super embarrassed.
Oh my gosh!
And I was just kind of like, all right, bro. So what do we do now?
This has been a traumatic experience.
He also pretends to. I mean, I'm not gonna say he pretends. He pretends to call the company, but it was already 9:00 at night, and we both knew that they weren't open.
Facts.
But this nigga just, I'm gonna call him right quick. Like, all right, bro. Whatever you say.
Bro, it's 9:00.
Yeah. And of course, this happened on a Thursday, so like obviously no solution was going to be in place by Friday, and I have to wait until Monday for them to fucking figure out the next step. So I still can't shoot no bloody cash, bro. Still.
Wow. That is. God, that was so funny though.
Yeah, no, it was
the music ended right at the
crescendo,
of the
dog.
Story. That was fantastic. But yeah, man, this whole, I mean, obviously not a good experience, but it's super funny.
There's been some comedy there. You laugh to keep from crying. It's ridiculous.
Oh man. Yeah, man. So anything else you've been into that's not horrible?
I don't know how to do nothing. I started playing the new game plus for Horizon Forbidden West, which is cool.
That's what's up.
I'm one-shotting everything in sight.
Because I'm sweet now.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking like the one. I'm not. This isn't a complaint because you got to start the game over, right? You have to start the progression over. But they conveniently had at the end of Horizon Zero Dawn, like, oh man, my sweet ass armor that was literally invincible stopped working, so now I'm trash again. It's like, nah, I just saved the entire world.
Yeah, I'm good.
And it's only been like in game. It's only been like 2 months later.
Right.
So this feels like the way it should have been at the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm like this little. I just destroyed a fucking like a military attack drone with like rocket launchers, and this little worm thing is not a threat at all. I'm gonna kill it by looking at it, and that'll be it. And then it'll be afraid of me and run away. That's how badass I am. So,
wow,
that's all.
Awesome. So yeah, man. As you guys know, been running through the Zatoichi films. Still in that adventure. I just finished number 13.
Jesus.
I'm on number 14.
Hey. Well, actually,
number 13 was good. I talked about some of the ratings I gave all the films last time on the last episode. 13 was good. This actually, number 13 actually had my favorite ending duel scene so far through all the films. So that puts 13 pretty high.
Okay.
On my list.
And how many are there altogether?
26. But yeah, number 13, man, good. Good all the way through. It's one of my favorites so far for sure. Definitely had the best ending duel to me. Before this one, I think my favorite ending duel was from the 9th film. I mean, so often at the end he's kind of just fighting a bunch of lesser, kind of lackeys, you know what I mean? So this guy that he fights at the end of this one, although Zatoichi's untouchable, this was definitely probably the most like skilled swordsman that he's fought in the end of a movie. So that was dope. Been catching up, man, trying to get to number 26. 13 was good. I don't know if it's in my top 5, but it would be very high in the top 10, probably like number 6. And then also, man, you know what? I went back and I decided to start watching the old X-Men cartoon again.
Me too.
Oh, wow.
Me too, bro.
That's awesome.
I've been watching. That's been my like bedtime show that I've been watching.
Yeah, 100. That's so weird.
It's super weird.
Same here, man. I've been watching.
Oh, dog, this Jay White IWGP shit. I just saw it, and that new belt does look trash. I agree with you.
Sorry, we'll talk about that. But yeah, man, went back, started watching the old X-Men cartoon. Dude, it's so good. The storytelling, the stories that they get into on there, it's just a classic, man. So since you've been watching it too, and we obviously, I know you remember the show. Like, there's so many good like characters that they bring into the show. There's so many good stories they tell. Like the Days of Future Past episodes are fire. The stuff with Cable and Bishop is for the Time Fugitive story arc is fire. The Apocalypse one is fire. The Dark Phoenix is like all these amazing arcs. now that they're bringing this show back,
Mm-hmm.
for Disney Plus, like if you could just pick one X-Men story arc that's in the comics, like which one would you pick for them to do in the show? That hasn't already been done, obviously.
It's hard. I mean, yeah, you can't. So the first one that came to mind is House of X, obviously, which is what's. I mean, it's not. It's what just finished, and it's what has launched a new version of
X-Men.
Of X-Men. I don't think you can do that in the 1997 like world because so much has changed.
There's a lot that has changed. A lot that has changed.
Man, because they kind of hit all of the great ones already.
They really do.
You know what I mean?
They do, but I mean, there's still some good old school stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. The easily Onslaught for sure.
Yeah, see,
for sure.
That's a really good one. Onslaught's a good one.
Yeah,
Age of Apocalypse would be another one, like for them to really do.
Yo, so they almost did it. You remember X-Men in the Wolverine in the X-Men?
Wolverine in the X-Men. Which
if it had got renewed for a season 2, they would have did Age of Apocalypse.
And that's not a bad show.
It was good. It's my second favorite X-Men show. I think it was better than X-Men Evolutions in my opinion.
It was. That's a good show. But yeah, man, 90s X-Men cartoons, super classic. I've been checking that out. But real quick, man, wrestling recap. AEW been on fire. Last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, Rampage, Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. That match was fire. They always kill it. AEW's introducing a new belt, right? The
got an old school look to it.
I forgot the name of it.
It's All Atlantic
Championship. Yeah, so
basically an Intercontinental Championship.
Which they need, right? They got the main title, they got the TNT title. I think they have this loaded roster with all these talented guys. Like they need another one in.
Agreed.
So I'm not mad at it. They're doing a tournament right now. It had Pac. It's a bunch of guys not from the States, right? So you got Pac, who is from England, and you got Buddy Murphy, who's from, I believe he's from
Australia.
I
think. Let me check that.
And then you got Miro, you got Malachi Black, you got
he's Australian.
You got Ethan Page. And they're doing this tournament. I mean, in my opinion, it's supposed to cultivate with it's supposed to end with a 4-way match at Forbidden Door for the new belt. In my opinion, like, if Pac doesn't win this, I mean, what are we really doing with this guy? You know
he's
what I mean?
Win.
Like, he is one of the top 2, in my opinion, wrestlers in the company. I know he's had like travel issues and he doesn't live here and he doesn't want to live here. So I think that's what's really kind of prevented them from really pushing him is that he doesn't live in America.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, if you're gonna do this, like, he's got to win this, in my opinion, because this guy is a world champion to me. So I hope he wins that. Then Dynamite was kind of crazy, right? Like Will Ospreay, some of the United Empire guys from New Japan popped up. That was cool.
I was crazy to see Will Ospreay in a wrestling match on AEW.
On AEW, yeah.
That was crazy.
It's nuts. If you watch New Japan, Will Ospreay he's an amazing wrestler. He's been one of the New Japan's biggest stars for the past, 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him on American television, man, was kind of crazy. It was dope. So we got that. We got now. I'll say this: the Battle Royal at the beginning of the show kind of bothered me. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, but it was the fact that the Battle Royal didn't really have anyone in it who I felt
was a threat.
Who I felt was a threat to beat John Moxley. I mean, like, the whole point was that Moxley's the number 1 contender, so whoever won the Battle Royal at the beginning of the show would then face Moxley in the main event, and the winner of that match would go on to face the winner of Hiroshi Tanahashi and Hiroki Goto to be the interim AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, like I said, the Battle Royal was cool. It was fun. It had some dope wrestlers in it. But again, it didn't really have anyone in it who realistically you think is going to beat Moxley, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever. Kyle O'Reilly won, which is dope. Then the main event, Moxley and then the match was fire. Like the match between O'Reilly and Moxley was fire. But again, so we all know Moxley's gonna win this. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hurt my level of investment a little bit.
Real quick, I need you to help me. I need you to help sell me on something. You and I are usually pretty aligned when it comes to wrestling interest. I think, I don't know for sure, but I think that Kyle O'Reilly is one of your guys. Yes?
Oh yeah, I love Kyle O'Reilly.
I'm having trouble seeing it. Can you explain to me why he's good?
I love Kyle O'Reilly, but I love legit. He's a legit martial artist. He's got real tech. I think the reason that you're having trouble with him,
He doesn't wear pants, first of all. Like, you already know that's a red flag
he
for me.
doesn't wear pants. But I think he's been aligned with the wrong. I think he needs to get away from Adam Cole and this whole because in my opinion, he fits way more in a group like the Blackpool Combat Club. Like him, his style.
That would help.
Yeah, his in NXT it was fine because Undisputed Era was a little more. They just were better in NXT. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to kind of do his thing there, but like his style, like he's legit. He's got real tech. Like I said, I think he's like a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, which is like which is obviously that's incredible. It's the next thing under a black belt, and he's always been like the kind of shoot wrestler, crazy submissions, got nice kicks and strikes and everything. But he definitely fits more with a group like that. So I think that's what's troubling you is that he's always with freaking Adam Cole.
With these clowns.
You know how I feel about Adam Cole.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously New Japan. New Japan had a show this morning. Dominion. It was dope. I watched it. Hiroshi Tanahashi won. He beat Goto. So obviously we all saw that coming. So now it's going to be Tanahashi versus Moxley, which, as I brought up earlier, I think a couple weeks ago, like that was, I think the original plan is they were going to give us that match at some point, and then we never got it. So it looks like we are going to get it. Look, man, you already know how I feel about Tanahashi. This dude's the GOAT. I think that they need to really, I think the move is to make him the interim champion, in my opinion.
Look, bro, the dream match that everybody wanted, the dream match that they were building the entire Forbidden Door promo or the Forbidden Door event around was CM Punk versus Tanahashi.
Yeah.
They are not going to let that go. They are going to give us that match. It's obviously not going to be at Forbidden Door, but the next opportunity that they have, that unification match is going to be between those two. And CM Punk is probably going to win because that'll legitimize or whatever that verb form of that word is, his title run. And you can even make his run quick if you have him do something like that. That big a deal,
like monumental, that, and then just kind of
all right, that was good enough. Like his run is going to be memorable, right? Then it might be MJF time because I called a couple years ago that MJF was going to be the first of the young dogs to get a shot.
You did,
and I think that's going to be.
But then the show was good. I mean, United Empire. So Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan, who I love.
Jeff Cobb is Hawaiian. Didn't know that till just recently.
Yeah, he is a Olympian too.
He's dope.
So Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan won the tag titles. So now that adds to even more with the whole Forbidden Door thing going on. They won the IWGP tag titles. Then you got what else happened? Then Tanahashi beat Goto. Obviously, just talked about that. Carl Anderson beat Tama Tonga, which I didn't like.
Who?
Carl Anderson from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he beat Tama Tonga, which I didn't like. I'm Bullet Clubbed out, man.
They're coming back, bro.
I know they are, but I'm really Bullet Clubbed out, and I don't know. And it's just so many guys in it that I don't like. I don't want to say I don't care, but this version of Bullet Club is just not. It's not for me. I don't like it. I don't like a lot of the guys that are kind of the front runners in the group anymore. It's not what it used to be. I'm just not a fan. But yeah, whatever. Then we had Shingo versus Taichi. That match was cool. That match was dope. I love Shingo. You already know how I feel about him. Then we had so the United States belt, right, which is originally the title that everyone thought that we were gonna get. Which is originally the title that everyone thought we were going to get Tanahashi and Moxley for, right? But we didn't. So instead, they had did the 4-way match at this one show, and then Juice Robinson won, and then he had to vacate the belt. I think he got hurt or something. And then, so now it's a vacant title, the United States belt. So now, right, they did that. So they had Sonata versus Ospreay this morning. The match was dope. Ospreay won. So now Ospreay is the IWGP United States champion. So again, this is another belt that could possibly be defended at Forbidden Door. I would love that. If we're going to do Ospreay versus somebody, or, come on, man. Give me Ospreay versus somebody at Forbidden Door. I mean, obviously my first choice would be Pac, but we're not going to get that because he's going to most likely be in that 4-way match for the belt. He is going to be in that 4-way match for the belt at Forbidden Door for the new belt. So I don't know. But give me Ospreay versus somebody. I'm trying to think of who. Obviously Kenny Omega, but he's hurt. I don't know. And might not be back.
Well, okay. I'm predicting he's certainly not going to be back to wrestle, but I do think he shows up.
I would love if he showed up. Yeah, Ospreay winning that belt, I think, is a good look for Forbidden Door. And then the big thing, the meat and potatoes of wrestling, Kazuchika Okada, IWGP champion, loses the belts in the main event to Jay White, which I don't like it because, like I said, man, I'm bullet clubbed out. I think the fact that we're going into this Forbidden Door show, without Okada as champion just feels weird. But it feels weird, but it also kind of matches the whole vibe of the show because Kenny Omega's hurt, Ibushi's not going to be there. He hasn't even, he's having his issues with New Japan. So I guess, right, to go with the weird vibe of the show so far. So
could Ibushi come to AEW?
I would love that. But I hate this so much, bro, because I feel like we're going to get Switchblade Jay White versus freaking Adam Cole for the most prestigious wrestling title in the world right now, and I hate that so much. Yep. So I don't even want to talk about it no more. But all right, man. Moving on real quick. Sports check-in. NBA Finals. Steph Curry, greatest point guard of all time. Don't want to hear it. Let's go. 2-2. He put on a show in Boston. I'm hyped. Let's go, man. Going back to the crib. Warriors. Got to get this one. This game, man.
It's a big game.
Bro, game 4 was ridiculous.
Yep.
I was on the edge of my seat, bro. I've never seen anything like it. Steph is unbelievable. Really put the team on his back. Shout out to Andrew Wiggins. Look, man, y'all gotta. I just think that people, where are these people coming from that are expecting Draymond to drop 15? He's not. You know what I mean? That's not what he brings to the team. Now, as a fan, I am annoyed. He is bothering me because he
hasn't played well this series.
He hasn't played well, and his refusal to shoot the ball is driving me nuts because if you remember, years ago when the Warriors were, won the first championship, Draymond was kind of knocking down that open three, and now he won't even shoot it. He doesn't even want to even look to shoot. But yeah, Warriors. Right
now, he's playing an even less effective version of Ben Simmons, which is saying a lot.
Ouch.
He's a better defender, but the way he's.
Yeah.
I think the difference though is when you have such an offensive juggernaut like Steph. And when you're basically his whole job is just to spoon feed Steph the ball, it's a little bit better. I know.
Here comes the Rock. Get your FGAs up.
But it's annoying, man. I am. You already I'm a Warriors fan too. I'll admit though, I think Draymond is my least favorite of those guys. Only because
Draymond, but I mean he's the guy that if he wasn't on your team, you'd hate him.
And I don't even care. I like villains. I love villains in the sports. I just think his if he's not playing the perfect Draymond game, he's very kind of gets in the way.
He hurts your team.
Yeah, that's the part that I mean. I don't care about the antics.
But he's so good defensively, man.
Yeah,
like he's been playing good D. It's not his defense. It's just his like liability as him on offense.
It reminds me very much of how like the Pistons could, and I love Ben Wallace, one of my favorite players ever. But the Pistons could only hide him on offense for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I fear that the worst versions of Draymond Green on offense, and the difference is that Draymond is a great passer, and he doesn't care about like scoring necessarily, which is part of the problem. But like if I'm not getting any sort of offensive production at that spot in today's league, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Like I said, like there's times where he sets the screen for Steph after they do the handoff, and he doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's been hurting them. But
anytime I see somebody passing out of a wide open layup,
yeah, like I said, he's not even looking.
What the fuck are we doing
to score? And it's really hurting them. But 2-2, man, let's go. We're back to the crib for game 5. I feel good about it now. That was a game that they really needed to get, and they got it. Also, man, I want to say this real quick. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, both incredible players. You're starting, in my opinion, to see why when it's not going well, they're always, people are always saying, oh, they got to separate them. One has got to get trade. And the reason is because they're both very good, but, bro, they do not complement each other at all. It's always one of them has the hot hand and they just go one-on-one the whole time. Yeah. The other one's got the hot hand and they just go one-on-one the whole time. They do not complement each other at all, and I think you really, for the first time in this series, I think you really saw it in this last game. They definitely, it's just kind of whoever's the one that's killing at the time, just go one-on-one. You know what I mean?
See, okay, just to and as we transition to Pistons talk for a second, that is reminding me of one of the reasons why I think Cade is a lot more special than people realize, and which is saying a lot because like I think people know that he's dope, but like he really can be super special because he's like, there's some Jason Tatum in Cade's game, but he's not quite as explosive as Jason Tatum. But then again, Jason Tatum isn't necessarily the most explosive athlete, anyways. But like, there's some like when Luka is not being a ball hog, there's some Luka to his game too, where like and again, dare I say it, I'm not comparing him to LeBron James, but what I'm saying is the ability to control the game by making the right play, which could either be scoring or assisting.
Right.
Like that is super duper duper rare to have a guy that can do both. And I think since Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, neither of them are that guy. Like to your point, like you need somebody that's going to be more willing to make the play, even if it's not a score.
Trying to go get a bucket, yeah.
And just a quick Pistons note, bro. I wrote this. I wrote a Facebook status about. Let me actually read it. This shit. I meant to. So I put it in a Pistons group that I'm in, bro. I'm worried, dog. They about to pick.
No.
They're picking Keegan Murray. I already know.
Why do you think so?
Because
even if Jaden Ivey's there,
no. If Jaden Ivey's there, then they're taking Jaden Ivey. But okay. but the buzz, unless this is smoke,
I still think Sacramento's gonna take Shaedon Sharpe.
I hope so. That'll change everything. But unless this is smoke, everybody is saying that the Kings are like, fuck it, we can't miss on him. We're just gonna get him,
bro.
Everybody's saying it, bro.
The point guard every year.
I mean, bro. I hope that they would have more sense, but they might fuck us with their incompetence. How you gonna be so incompetent that you ruin the team?
Ruining other
people's grass. What the fuck? So look, bro, I am getting worried, bro. I'm getting worried because I think there's an increasing likelihood that Keegan Murray is going to be our pick. And I feel so strong. And look, I hope I'm wrong. If this ages poorly, if we draft him and he turns into an all-star, fuck me, I'm an asshole. Whatever. I don't care about being right. I care about the team being good. So I can be an asshole, whatever. But in case I'm right, I feel so strongly about this that I would and check. This is a crazy thing that I'm about to say. This is a crazy thing that I'm about to say. I would literally rather reach for a guy with more upside and miss than draft him, even if he's going to be okay. Because here's why, dog. Here's why. If we are already like not ready yet. We're at least 2 years away from really being a contender. We might make the playoffs.
I was
next
gonna
year.
say, I think this year coming up, I think they're gonna be good.
They're gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna be good, but they'll be better.
I don't know. I think, bro.
No, I don't. I look, bro. You already know I'm the biggest Pistons.
They're gonna be good.
I'm the biggest Pistons slappy ever.
I think they're gonna. I'm not saying they're gonna go to the finals, but I do think they're gonna be a 6 to 8 seed play-in.
I think that would be an absolute best case scenario. Here's the reason why, and this is my point. My point is that, like,
bro, I straight up sometimes felt like they was like trying to lose on purpose last year.
For sure, towards the end of the year, for sure.
Yeah,
but they also aren't that good. Like, that is also true,
bro. I think they're better than you're giving them credit for.
I'm just trying to keep it.
I know, bro, but I think Killian Hayes finally started finding his groove in the end of the season. You got Cade, you have first of all, you have your superstar. You have your superstar who's going into a second year.
So that's my point. We do, but look at every other team that's elite. You need another guy.
No, I'm not saying
they don't have another guy.
You definitely need another guy, but I'm saying you have your superstar. You have elite defender on the wing with Killian. You have a top scorer with Sadiq Bey, a legit number 2 scoring option behind K. You have 2 bigs who, bring different things, but like Isaiah Stewart's a good defender and a rebounder. Then you have Marvin Bagley, who I think can be really good, and if he, gets the shot, which he showed at the end of the season last year.
Yeah,
starting 5 is good. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Jeremy Grant, which I think they absolutely need to trade him. I think that Jeremy Grant move will really dictate what this team does next year. Because mean, bro, if you end up getting Colin Sexton over there,
that'll make everything better for sure.
I think that makes them a playoff team instantly. If he comes in and he's healthy.
I hope so, but I just know how these things go. I think the Pistons will surprise people and be very good. They'll be very much improved next year, and I think that they could be like I think a realistic projection for the Pistons next year is what the Cavs were this year, where they are like an 8th, 9th. Well, I think at one point the Cavs were up as high as like the 6th or 7th seed. Mm-hmm. But they had some troubles. They went on and they ended up missing the play-in, right? I think that's a very realistic outcome for the Pistons. Either way, the reason why I think it makes sense for that I feel better about swinging and missing than getting a guy who's just going to be okay. It's like if we get Keegan Murray and he turns out to be exactly who we think he's going to be, he doesn't really make us better. He will instantly not be better than Jeremy Grant, who's already there and in the way, right? If Keegan Murray is the player that we think he is, he's going to be a guy who's going to come in and average 12 points a game for his career. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make us better. We can get that from anybody in free agency.
Facts.
Now, on the other hand, say you take a chance at Shaedon Sharpe and he's not ready. Mm. So what? We were going to be what we were going to be with or without him.
With or without him.
Right? But if he turns out to be Bradley Beal in 3 years, now we are a Cade, Sadiq, Shaedon Sharpe, or Jaden Ivey, or whoever.
Yeah.
Assuming Jaden Ivey is there. I mean, if he's there, that's a no-brainer. We're taking him, no question.
Facts.
But say it's Shaedon Sharpe, now you've got like a legitimate like guard rotation that's elite in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Elite.
Yep.
So
don't look at that text.
Okay.
I sent you the top 10 list because my phone died.
Okay. So what am I saying? I'm saying something. Oh, so like I feel very strongly about this. Like I just don't want us to get a guy because of how much we need talent. It would to me be a waste of a draft pick to just. And I know this sounds so ridiculous. This goes against all your draft whatever. But in the Pistons case where we're not ready to compete just yet, we're ready to be better, but we're not ready to be contenders. We don't need to worry about fit. We don't need to worry about need. You worry about getting niggas that can fucking score and create and be sweet as hell at basketball.
Yep.
And Keegan is a guy who's going to be, he's going to be all right. He's going to be solid, but we don't need solid. We need a motherfucking guy, dog. Go get me Shaedon Sharpe. I'd rather take a chance on Benedict Mathurin because he got some bloody cash. I like Daniel Dyson from the G League.
Yeah.
bro. It's like 6 people that I would take before I took Keegan. Okay. So, anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna fucking puke, bro. This shit is stressing me out, dog. Anyways,
oh man, but yeah, bro. My phone died. Do you have a charger? I give you.
You got the Super John, the USB-C. I do.
Yay!
So, entertain the masses for like 30 seconds while I go get the charger.
All right, cool. So, you really are leaving it on for I don't know. Hey, what's going on? SwordCast community. Hir-O's #1. So the definitive top 10 list is top 10 favorite film characters. Here's Hir-O's top 10 definitive list for film characters. #1, Lieutenant Dan. #2, oh hey. Hey, what was that?
I don't know. We're back.
We back. But yeah, man, I think you're a little harsh saying that you would take 6 players ahead of Keegan Murray.
Literally 6. I listed them. Hold on, let me find them. I'll show you. He can't hoop, sweet, bro. He can't do no crossovers. And he don't be dunking on nobody.
And that's all that matters.
Right.
But yeah, man. All right.
Hold on, real shit. Tell me you wouldn't take these seriously.
On.
Shaden Sharp.
Yes, I would. I would take Shaden Sharp.
Benedict Mathurin.
I don't know about that one.
You should look at the tape. That nigga got it. Dyson Daniels.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from. These players are probably more talented.
Jaden Hardy.
No, I agree. I think all these players you're naming are more talented than Keegan Murray.
Jalen Williams. Johnny Davis. I'm just saying, dog. Go ahead, sell me on him, bro. Sell me on this guy.
I know, because what you said is he would offer things similar to Jeremy Grant, which they already have, and he's already where Keegan Murray would be getting to. So I understand what you're saying.
I'm also not sure that I don't think it would be a super stretch to me if Keegan Murray was ever as good as Jeremy Grant is right now.
Mm-hmm.
That would be. I think the likelihood of that happening is just as likely, or maybe less likely, than somebody like Shaden Sharp becoming an all-star. Like, right. I think the chances are about the same. So you already got Jeremy Grant. You may as well just keep him.
Yeah.
If that's what you're going to do.
Because he's already there.
He's already that guy.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, man. That's enough sports talk. Ew, gross. All right, man. Let's go. Episode 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is
yes.
Spoiler warning if you have not seen episode 4 of the Obi-Wan show. Turn it off. Hey, man, let's go. I loved this episode. I thought this episode was awesome. I accidentally got on Twitter and said that I liked it, and I got attacked by some neckbeardians.
Yeah. And
it wasn't good. It was a copy of Jedi Fallen Order.
I mean, that is true.
I know,
but also it was fun. Who cares?
It was fun. I think it was meant to be a kind of a, hey, you guys played that game? Yeah. Here, look. You know what I'm saying? You know how they like to spoon. You know they like to put the baby applesauce in the microwave for 30 seconds. And
y'all love that shit when they spoon fed you Luke Skywalker. Now all of a sudden you got a problem.
I wonder why. I'll say why. You want me to say why?
Sure.
Because there's a black woman in this.
Oh, is that why? Now, hold on. Before we talk about this, before we go into our breakdowns, I'll let you lead on this, but I just want to say one thing. I like this episode a lot too, but there was one part of this episode that was so utterly absurd that it made me like stop the show and think out loud, like, what the fuck am I watching right now? These niggas really tried to sneak Princess Leia out of the front door by hiding her under their fucking trench coat. Like they're a couple of two babies put together in fucking Little Rascals. You remember that shit? They went to go to the store. Like, are you serious? Did this really happen? This is utterly absurd. Worst breakout attempt of all time, dog.
I agree, because I at that part I was like, are they really doing this right now?
Like, what the fuck am I watching?
I'm like, maybe they're about to like sneak out a back door. Nah, bro.
Them niggas walk
we
through the
going
front
through
door.
the front hangar bay door of the Imperial.
With literally 1,000 troopers in every direction.
What are y'all doing?
So ridiculous.
Oh
bro.
my goodness.
Other than that,
at that point, you might as well sprint.
Right.
I mean,
you might as well just be like, hey, fuck it. We just run. Somebody make a mad dash to the front door.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess they did get caught. So, like, in a situation like that, with such a stupid plan, you will get caught.
You will get caught.
So, anyways, other than that, I like this episode a lot.
I did too. Liked it a lot. Come on now. You guys know you've all been yearning for Obi-Wan to use his lightsaber, which he did in this episode. The young Princess Leia girl, great. I loved the little kind of the little dig where she was trying to pull out her thoughts like she did to the other person, and we all know Leia is force sensitive. She was able to not let it happen, so that part was cool. I like that.
I was hoping that they would even go into a little bit more detail, like, wait a minute, is she?
Yeah,
and maybe she would have made a face like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah. Did I feel what I thought I felt?
I kind of wish they would have done something along those lines too. But I still liked it. Still thought it was a good episode. I'm here for Obi-Wan getting his confidence back.
Yeah.
And I think that slowly, these we're getting there. So at 2 more episodes, I think we're starting to see him kind of get some of his confidence back. Vader is still a horrifying serial killer.
My favorite part of this episode was when they got away and this nigga Vader stormed into the room.
Bro,
this nigga was so mad, bro. He came in hot.
Oh my gosh, my man's he is evil. He's just an empty vessel of hatred and darkness, rage and pain. Suffering. But yeah, he's scary. And James Earl Jones is like 90 something years old.
Literally 90, yes.
And he's doing this still. That's a feat. That's incredible. But I did like this episode. It was one of my favorites so far. I'm excited to see where we go from here. Hopefully no more bad escape attempts. Also, Obi-Wan is just kind of out here looking like himself and not really caring.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He's out here just sort of old and kind of,
Oh man,
I'm about to turn back into that guy that y'all remember.
Yep. So I like this episode, man. It was one of my favorites. Boom. Also, I loved the scene where the glass was breaking and he, and they trapped everybody in there. I thought that was dope. You know what I was hoping for, though? Gotta be honest. I was hoping for an underwater lightsaber scene.
I don't know that I've seen that in the comics before, but
Kit
not
Fisto. We've seen it. Kit Fisto do it before in the Jindy Tartakovsky Clone Wars cartoon, also in some of his comic books. But I thought it'd be dope, man, to give us that on screen for the first time. But whatever. But I did like this episode. All right, man. Moving on. So I want to talk about this real quick. Miss Marvel is out on Disney Plus. First episode came out. Now I have to say, when we did Do You Care, I said no about this show. Seeing this first episode, it kind of has a little bit of like Spider-Man Homecoming kind of feel to it.
Mixed with a little bit of Stranger Things.
A little bit of Stranger Things.
I liked it.
Yeah. I liked it, man.
It was a little slow, but it's the first episode.
Yeah, so. I liked it. I'm here to see where it goes. I've officially have changed my don't care to care to a care. I care.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. I like the actress that plays plays Kamala Khan. I'm curious about the powers. I mean, obviously they haven't mentioned Inhuman, which we know she is in the comic. They may still do that, but it seems pretty clear that her powers, at least so far, they're leading us to believe that the powers are coming from the Bengals. And I'm wondering if, because we still haven't figured out what's going on with the 10 rings in Shang-Chi. I thought they were going to be Eternals tech, but they haven't confirmed that yet.
I thought that too.
They haven't debunked it, but they haven't actually confirmed it. So I'm wondering if whatever the tech from Shang-Chi is that Shang-Chi is that going to be similar to those Bengals?
Yeah.
I'm guessing probably. Because they're not magic. Because you remember Doctor Strange was like, "Nah, I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
I don't know what that is.
I've never seen that shit before ever."
Yeah. So, yep, I'm here for that. Liked it, enjoyed it, interested. Like I said, it was interesting enough to where I want to see more, and I have officially changed my don't care to a care. Real quick, we talked about Stranger Things a lot, which obviously we talked about how good it was. We talked about some of our theories. There's a new thought that crossed into my mind. Now, in season 1, when Will... Oh, they were so little. Poor Will. Will gets abducted, goes to the Upside Down.
Traumatized, bro.
Traumatized, poor kid. Now, in season 1, Will gets abducted. Now, it's to my understanding these guys have had this entire story laid out since the beginning. Like, they know where they're going with the story.
Seems like it.
Now, season 1, bro, let's remember Will was trapped in the Upside Down, and he was constantly singing the Should I Stay or Should I Go Now song that his brother Jonathan had just showed him. And I'm wondering if that is how he was able to escape from Vecna, because obviously Vecna's been there, right? Obviously he's been there the whole time. And I wonder if that's how he was able to keep Vecna from getting him when he was in the Upside Down. Interesting.
And I wonder, because we also have to consider the fact that so far the gang has been split up. So like Will and Mike don't know about Vecna yet.
Yeah.
So
it's my goodness. See.
So he probably does know about Vecna.
Yeah.
But we just haven't seen him deal with it yet.
That's such a good thought. What if, I'm telling you, man, I think there's something more to this little painting that he has. Cause maybe he's like drawing, maybe he's painted something that he saw when he was in the Upside Down. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But yeah, that's it. It's a good point, man. I always forget that they're not together, and I keep having to remind myself that they're split up. So that's true, man. Like Mike and Will and Jonathan, they don't know about Vecna yet. So
and their friend, their high friend, he was hilarious.
I love that dude. I forgot his name. He has a cool name too.
It's like Dakota or something like that, or
I forgot. Somebody will get mad and correct us.
Yeah.
Hey, well, actually,
sorry, I can't remember.
But yeah, bro. All right, man. Real quick, moving on. I have some film questions for you, sir. Real quick, let's go. I got these film questions for you, man. Similar to the comic book questions we do every time we do a list. I like to get these questions for you. All right, man. Okay. Not too much thought. Let's knock them out. Favorite film of all time?
Matrix.
Greatest film of all time?
Matrix. The Godfather Part 1.
Most overrated film?
Man, any of them basically any Oscar-winning film. I got one specifically. The King's Speech that won an Oscar over The Social Network in 2010 or 11.
Okay.
Fucking trash. That movie sucked.
Most underrated film?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Ooh, that's
Love,
a great
cult
pick.
Classic, amazing film.
Great pick. Favorite film hero?
Neo.
Let's go. Favorite film villain?
Oh man, Darth Vader's up there, but let me think about this for a second. Not including Marvel people.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go. So this is a real fresh cut, bro. I'm gonna say this kind of as a joke, but dead ass dog, nigga, Kermit Wiltz from Hustle, was phenomenal, dog.
So I want to ask
good.
I want to ask you this real quick. Now that you said it, knowing Anthony Edwards, and we all know his personality and how funny he is in real life, Are you willing to bet that these lines were not written for him?
He thinks Juan Hernan Gomez is a fucking bum. There was no acting involved. He was just like, yo, you fucking suck. Why did they pick you for this movie? What are you, crazy? I'm Ed Edwards.
Bro, that's hilarious.
See, I mean, that movie, it was pretty good. It was better than I expected it to be, but him in that fucking role as the villain, and he only had like 2 or 3 scenes, but he was electric every time. He was such an asshole, bro.
That's how he is, man. Like I mean, obviously he's gonna be in the league for like 20 years, but he's got a big time, like, after
no question career. Bro. He's like Charles Barkley, but like cooler,
more likable.
Yeah, like charming.
Yeah.
I will say real quick, this movie got a lot of praise for like quote unquote nailing the basketball. It did, but I honestly think that TV show that Kevin Durant produced,
told me about that.
Swagger, that, and it was like kids, but the basketball looked better in that movie or in that show than it did in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of people probably haven't seen it. All right, favorite film fight.
When I was a kid, it was the 100-man Neo fight, or 100 Agent Smith fight.
I love that so much. It turned into a video game so quick.
Yeah. And then as I became an adult, that got replaced by the 10 black belt fight.
From Ip Man. Oh my god, when he breaks that dude's leg, and
breaks his like pelvis,
and then he Gatling gun punches that dude all the way through the floor.
He punched his face into a fucking like chili bone, dog.
Love it.
Into a tenderized steak.
Saddest film death.
Ooh. Who passed away?
To battle them would be to court death.
Okay. Spock. And I don't like the original series very much, but when Spock died in, I think it was Star Trek 3, that was pretty tough.
Sad.
So, I mean, that's what my dad says anyways. I don't know.
We'll take.
And some nerd is going to tell me that it was another. I don't know. Who cares, dog? The original Star Trek sucks. I don't care what nobody says.
No. Favorite director.
Ryan Coogler.
Ooh, favorite actor / actress.
I mean, John Boyega that's my guy, man. Outside of the John Boyega fandom, I would probably say. This is a super cliche response from like a man in his 30s, but Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay,
I mean, he's fantastic. Oh, actually, you know what? Fuck that. No. Leo.
Oh man, and favorite film trilogy.
Dog.
I've been. I've
been waiting my whole life for this fucking question. Get out of here with Star Wars. Get out of here with the prequels, the sequels, and the original series.
Oh my gosh.
Get out of here with Lord of the Rings. Get out of here with Jurassic Park. Seriously. I said it started off as just kind of like a hot take, but seriously, I honestly think not my favorite movies, but just how it worked together as a trilogy. Bro, the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
The fucking Matt Reeves Planet of the Apes series. Phenomenal, dog.
You love it.
So good. So good.
You do love that.
I'm not even like I'm like owning the take 100% now. That is my favorite film trilogy. Again, I have to say, are they my favorite 3 movies? No.
Right.
But just in terms of a narrative over the course of 3 movies, that's one.
Boom.
Apes on motherfucking tanks, dog. Let's fucking go. Apes on horses with goddamn AKs on tanks. And on fire.
They on fire.
Let's fucking go, bro. So good.
All right, man. Let's go. It is time.
Yes.
For the SwordCast Definitive Top 10 Favorite Film Characters List.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute, bro. I'm looking at your phone situation, which has just died.
Oh, it's good now. I'm back.
But why do you have it off the charger?
So I can hold it.
It's not long enough?
I mean, it is, but come on, man. Let me inconvenience myself for no reason.
Let me do whatever I want, please. Just let me do what I want to do. I be saying that shit all the time, dog. All right.
I do that too. Like, I remember this happened not too long ago. I was downstairs. I was watching wrestling, and I was like sitting Indian style, and I had this big Red Bull, and I was eating like this big salad. And
of course you were.
Such a healthy loser. And Jacob's downstairs.
I just had a steak for breakfast.
And he's like, why don't you just put the leg rest out so you can stretch your legs out? And I just looked at him and I just went, just let me do what I want, man.
Get out of here. Move. Go upstairs. Go play Roblox or whatever.
Go ask me for $20 to spend on Roblox.
Right.
God. But all right, man. I want to know, because this is one of those things, man. This is one of those lists. Also, man, shout out to the Discord, man. You guys came through super short notice. You guys sent a bunch of lists. I got a bunch of lists in. So this is a good good sample size. But this is one of those lists, man, where there's so much variety that it's a lot to choose from.
I guess I got to make some sort of prediction.
So I want to hear your prediction, man.
So I'm going to predict. I'm not going to predict any sort of top anything. I'm just going to predict that maybe these 4 characters show up at all.
Can you give me 5 instead of 4?
Sorry, I don't know why I said that. I flat out wrote 5 here and I just said 4 because I'm an idiot. I think Luke Skywalker shows up.
Okay.
For some stupid reason. I think Neo will show up.
Okay.
I think Michael Corleone will show up from The Godfather. I feel the strongest about those 3. I mean, let's see, what else do people like? Lord of the Rings. Probably some Pixar stuff. Maybe maybe WALL-E. Is he the most famous Pixar person?
I wouldn't say WALL-E. That's a good movie, but I don't know, man. There's a lot.
What's the Pixar movie that people are like a Disney movie?
Toy Story.
Oh, for sure. Woody, no question. I feel good about Woody. Fuck, man. Let's see. I don't know. There's so many movies.
There's so many movies.
All right.
It's like saying what's top 10 favorite foods.
Right. Okay. Like maybe Fast and the Furious, but those characters are all trash. Nobody cares about the characters.
We just want to see people drive cars.
I'll do another Star Wars. I'll go Han Solo.
Okay.
So I got Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Neo, Michael Corleone, and Woody from Toy Story. I got no confidence on this list, bro. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
I got no confidence in this list. Oh man, Bang Bang Wookiee Street Gang.
All right. Black Chris Stanton. Let's go, dog. What a goon.
I'll say this. I kind of love this list.
Yeah?
I'm not like crazy about it, but there's enough. It's different.
I'm sure.
And for the first time, we always have these like male dominated lists. This list has some females on it, man. Okay. And I think that's dope.
Wait. Okay, so with that, I'm cheating a little bit. With that said, I'm gonna switch out Han Solo for Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill. I might have just fucked myself, but whatever.
Oh man!
All right, I'm kind of excited. Let's see what we got.
So naturally, as always, I'm going to read off some of the characters who just missed the list. Okay, some characters that got good numbers of votes but didn't quite crack the top 10. All right, so let's get into these characters right now. Coming in, right, the character who had the most votes out of everybody that did not make the list, Jack Sparrow.
Oh, good one.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Damn, I forgot about him. He probably would have made my list if I was thinking about it harder. But maybe not. So I'm okay. He probably is like at number 11 for me, I bet.
Yeah, it's a good character there. It was. All right. Another character, man, who got a lot of votes but did not make the list. Almost made it. Very close. My guy, my favorite Star Wars character, Darth Maul, just misses the list. Almost gets in, doesn't make it. The character had the same amount of points as Darth Maul, so this is the second most points that didn't make the list. I've never seen this movie. The dude from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
This character,
I know that's a super famous movie, but I don't know. It's the guy. I think that's who's the guy who played Obadiah Stane in Iron Man 1. Yeah. That Jeff Bridges. I think that was his character.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'm not super familiar with that. Another character, lots of votes, almost made the list, didn't make it. Yoda from Star Wars. I want to say this though. Now, as much as people hate on the prequel Star Wars movies, what Yoda are we saying here? Because we all know that the Yoda at his peak was in the prequel movies. So, yep, that makes me a little curious. Another character almost made the list, got a lot of points. This is kind of a obscure one. Ash from the Evil Dead movies.
Oh yeah, I bet you that was number one on Josh's list.
Ash from the Evil Dead movies. My brother likes those movies too, I think. So he almost made it. And again, another character, good amount of votes, didn't make the list. Ooh, Sarah Connor from Terminator, bro.
That's a great call.
That's a great.
Yeah, she's dope.
She's dope. Kind of a little crazy, but
you know, another person who almost made my list, now that I'm thinking about it, is Ellen Ripley from Alien.
Yeah, Ellen Ripley from Alien, man. Yep, she's dope. So without
real quick before we get started, I made another change at the last second. I'm actually gonna put Han Solo back in. I'm gonna keep Beatrice, but I'm gonna kick Woody out.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. All right, man. Let's go. Top 10. I'll say this. I'll give you guys a quick little Easter egg here. There is only, I like this, there's only one movie that has two characters from, actually there's two movies that have multiple characters on the list.
Okay, so it has to be Star Wars and The Matrix.
Okay.
It has to be those two, so we'll see.
All right.
I feel stronger about that than any of my predictions.
All right. Let's go, man. Let's get into this top 10 list. I'll say this, out of my personal top 10, I'm looking at this list, out of my personal top 10 list, I have three of my characters from my list are on here. All right, man, let's go. Coming in at number 10, Jules from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
Damn.
We got a female. This character got a lot of votes, was in the good spots, good points. That's what really matters.
Hold on, no. Jules is Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Oh, my bad. I messed that up.
But you're talking about you're thinking about Uma Thurman's character.
Yeah, Uma Thurman's character got that's my fault. Yeah, Jules is the one that makes the list, but Uma Thurman's character almost made the list. I forgot to mention her. For this list. She plays
I forget.
She plays
I
what's
can't
the
remember
girl's name?
It's Marcellus Wallace's wife.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Mia Wallace.
Mia. She plays Mia. Yeah, Mia got a lot of votes too. She didn't make it. But Samuel Jackson almost made this list twice because he almost made it as Jules and Mace Windu from Star Wars. That would have been hilarious. But shout out to Samuel Jackson. That would have been so fun. What a gigantic dynamic of different. You know what I'm saying?
And if any actor would be responsible for showing up twice, it would definitely be Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Samuel Jackson getting in, cracking this list here. You know what's crazy to me? I have to say this. I didn't say this. I must say this. Luke Skywalker did not even come close.
Wow, my guys.
Isn't that
impressive?
He's happy.
Impressive, because Luke Skywalker is a whiny bitch.
So again, Mia from Pulp Fiction came close. She was almost made the list, but Jules gets in at number 10. Samuel Jackson, man, he would have been the only person on this list that would have had two characters.
Nice.
So that would have been kind of wild.
Yeah.
But all right, man, let's go. Coming in at number 9. Oh my gosh, I made it. Okay, I forgot. I didn't notice this. There is an actor with two characters on the list.
Oh shit.
There's only one. There's one actor that has two characters on the list.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. And I'm probably spoiling the other entry. But coming in at number 9, we got John Wick.
Oh yeah. So okay. Yes. Shout out to John Wick. Great character.
Coming in at number 9, we got John Wick. I mean, you know, these movies, the John Wick movies are dope. Keanu Reeves, obviously, phenomenal. And
so much of a better actor than people give credit for.
He really is, man. And he's got legit action chops and martial arts chops. So I'm not mad at this. I know people love the John Wick movie, so that this one does not surprise me one bit that he gets in here. Coming in at number 8 on the SwordCast Definitive Top 10 Favorite Film Characters list, we got our first Star Wars entry. Luke Skywalker was not even close, which surprises me because I know you guys love Savior Luke.
Right.
That's crazy. Hello there.
Oh.
Let's go. We got Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
Kenobi, the guy with the most impressive record.
Yeah.
The guy.
He been on deck, bro, from day one.
Obi-Wan's been he
done seen some things.
The Supreme Jedi, man, right here. This is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi. We just talked about his show. I mean, Obi-Wan's a bright spot in every movie that he's in my opinion. I mean, I love Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor does an amazing job playing his character. Through the prequels, obviously, we talked about how he placed Anakin on the Barbie.
Yeah.
That was so funny last episode. You're my brother, Anakin. Now you look like a
like a kebab.
A kebab. All right, man. Obi-Wan makes the list at number 8. Coming in at number 7. I know Kung Fu.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Keanu Reeves gets on the list again.
Neo, a little low for Neo.
A little low for Neo.
Number 7?
This top 5 is pretty unique.
Okay.
I think there's a character that you're definitely going to be surprised that's in the top 3. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. So I got one. I don't think I'm going to do. I've been pretty good at my predictions here, but I think this is going to be bad. I'm holding out hope for at least one more. I think one more person is going to be up there, but we'll see.
Shout out to Neo from The Matrix, the hero from The Matrix, coming in at number 7. Coming in number 6, I'll say this. This is my favorite entry on this list.
Okay.
Evelyn Wong.
Yes, sir.
Or Evelyn Wang. I think it's Wang. Evelyn Wang from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Mm-hmm. We love this movie on the podcast. You guys love this movie. It's dope that this character made it. Michelle Yeoh, Queen Mother. Gets on the list.
I'm surprised. I mean, a little bit of a spoiler, but she makes my list.
As a different character?
No, that character makes my list. A spoiler. But okay. I am pleasantly surprised to see that the love is getting around to the rest of the group.
It's dope. I mean, spoiler. She has 2 characters on my list. Right. Spoiler there. But shout out to Evelyn Wang, my favorite character from Everything Everywhere All at Once. She did amazing in that role. The Queen Mother, Michelle Yeoh, makes the list at number 6. That's very impressive. Yeah, that's impressive, man. You guys came around to that movie and that character. Coming in at number 5, starting the top 5 off. I'm not crazy about these movies, but definitely one of the most legendary film characters ever, and that's Indiana Jones.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Making the top 5. This is
really?
Here's our Sonic 3 entry.
Doug, who likes seriously? Besides Edmund's brother,
bro, this character was on so many lists.
Who the fuck actually likes Indiana Jones, bro? Like, I never thought he was interesting. Even as a kid, I was like, bro, these movies are whatever,
hey,
bro.
Man. Hey,
I know Edmund was a big fan of those movies, at least at some point. I know his brother was too, but like
Indiana Jones top 5, man.
He's just Han Solo, but like but in like the 1920s or whatever the time period was.
He's just Temple Runner Han Solo.
Right, Doug.
Oh, man. Male Tomb Raider gets on the list at number 5. Coming in at number 4. Finally getting into something that I love. Little Kung Fu. We got Donnie Yen's character from the Ip Man movies.
Okay.
Making the list at number 4. Let's go. We already talked about how he beat my man to Chili in the first film against the 10 black belts. I mean, come on, man. Like, we know about Donnie Yen, but these movies really put him on like the on the Western map.
And you got to see Donnie Yen. His movies before were a lot more like, hey, I'm like a cop, so I'm gonna fight. Like, there's some martial arts, but mostly it's just fucking I got guns and I'm gonna tackle and kick and punch.
Yeah.
But you got to see some real martial arts in
Yeah.
these films. That was the first time that he did a little bit of that in Hir-O too with Jet Li. But this was like his first main stage production where he was able to really show his traditional martial arts chops, and it was awesome.
Yeah, in this movie, they're all good, man. I mean, the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one.
He was in House of Flying Daggers too, wasn't he?
He was not in House of Flying Daggers. He's in Hir-O, which you said.
Oh, Tony Lung is the guy.
He's
in
an
House
Iron Monkey too.
Iron Monkey.
Yeah.
Tony Lung is the guy that I'm thinking about, right?
In House of Flying Daggers.
Because he was also in Hir-O. I think they both were in Hir-O.
Yeah, believe so.
He's dope too. Shout out to Tony
He's
Lung.
good too. But yeah, man, shout out to Donnie Yen. Shout out to the man character coming in number 4. And here we go. In my opinion, this is the most impressive placement on this list. Ellen Ripley from the Alien movies coming in at number 3. I was very surprised to see how much you guys love this character, which is dope.
She was a boss,
yeah,
bro.
man. I grew up on these Alien movies with my brother Chris. This was actually his number 1. Like he loves the Alien movies. So shout out to my brother Chris. Shout out to Ellen Ripley, man. Like one of the OG, just like bad female characters, man. Like I'm kind of like over 6 foot. I'm kind of buff a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm about to put on this mecha suit real quick.
Wait, wait a second. Do we need to consider Queen Mother title for
Sigourney Weaver?
For Sigourney Weaver?
I think so.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready to give it to her yet, but I think we can start the discussions.
We can start the discussions.
Because she really is a GOAT out here.
She is, man. She is.
Sigourney Weaver.
I need that pitch. Somebody, when you guys listen to this, I need somebody to post that picture, man. There's that really dope picture from that movie where she got on the sneakers, with the jeans on. She's getting in the mech suit.
Into the mech suit, into the Gundam, dog.
Let's go.
Yeah, bro. We might have to. Okay, so in the Discord, we need to convene a meeting to discuss whether or not Sigourney Weaver gets bestowed the title Queen Mother, because she might have the resume for it, bro.
100%. Shout out to Ripley coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 2. This is gonna make you excited. You think that's air you're breathing?
Let's go.
Let's go. Man, come on now. Let's go. Morpheus from The Matrix. This character right here.
GOAT.
Katana sword on top of a moving semi-truck on the highway, fighting some agents.
Yeah.
Man, Morpheus is such a good character, bro. All the way from the first movie. Just, man, one of the best characters in film history. Shout out to... what's my man's name? That plays Morpheus.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne for doing the stuff. One of my favorite things about this movie, made the first Matrix, one of my favorite movies ever. When I was a kid, I used to love watching the extras on the DVD that had like the behind the scenes stuff. Man, he was doing the stuff. He was out here training, man.
It makes me wonder if he had a background, like maybe as a young person,
I'd love to get the answer to that.
I mean, clearly he did. I mean, because he looked good out there. He didn't look like an actor that just, all right, I just trained for like a week before this scene.
He looked good, man. Like the timing and everything was.
He had a little reset
he
bounce.
Did.
I was like, wait a minute, you don't get to do that unless you know what the fuck you're doing, bro. Like, you can't act that. You have to like understand what's happening there.
Nah, for sure. That's fact.
Bro, I love a good reset, bro. That's one of my favorite little things about martial arts. Like, give me a little fucking reset, dog. Let's go.
Yeah, man, for sure. And coming in at number 1, I mean, I kind of think that I knew this character would be top 5. Didn't know quite number 1, but that's gonna be Darth Vader from Star Wars.
Interesting, dog. So look, my own personal list would have been a way better prediction than the list that I just gave.
Okay.
Because I only got Neo here. I guess I expected y'all niggas to be more basic than y'all were. So I stand corrected.
We got some good answers,
My
man.
bad.
Coming in at number 10, we got the Samuel Jackson. The maybe the most like. Do you think this is his most famous role?
I don't know if this is now unfortunate. Whether this could be fortunate or not, depending on what kind of fan you are. I think his most famous role is Nick Fury. Now, his like most critically acclaimed role is probably this one. Yeah.
And so we got Jules from Pulp Fiction. Shout out to Samuel Jackson. Almost had 2 characters on the list. Only got 1. Coming in at number 9, it was John Wick. Coming in number 8, it was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 7, Neo from The Matrix. Number 6, Evelyn Wang from Everything Everywhere All at Once. My favorite entry on the list. Number 5, the Sonic 3. And come on, guys, the Sonic 3 entry.
Fucking Indiana Jones.
Play the.
Fucking
Indiana Jones.
What are we
makes
doing
the
here, bro?
freaking top 5. Bruh, so Jack Sparrow would have been a better one.
For sure.
Sarah Connor would have been a better one. Yoda would have been a better one. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Coming in at number 4, we got Ip Man, Donnie Yen's character from the Ip Man movies. Number 3, potential Queen Mother level, Ellen Ripley from Alien movies.
Yeah.
Number 2, Morpheus from The Matrix. And number 1,
let's go.
Darth Vader, man, from Star Wars. That's the definitive top 10 favorite film characters list. You guys did good by keeping Luke Skywalker off, but you did bad by getting Indiana Jones in the freaking top 5. Not even just making the list, but
I am also very surprised. The one that I was holding on to that I thought would make it was Michael Corleone from The Godfather.
Michael Corleone, he had a few votes, but not enough to. He wasn't one of the like top vote getters, but he was awesome. I'm telling. That's why, like I was talking earlier, when it's a list like this and it's such a broad spectrum of like possibilities, there's so many movies and so many characters, the positions that the characters are on the list really super matters, because it comes down to points. But yeah, man, that's the top 10. Thank you guys for getting your lists in, and as always, on the following episode we'll give you guys our own list, and I'll tell you what, ain't no Indiana Jones on my list.
You can believe that.
That's it, man. Episode 121 in the books. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all put Indiana Jones on the top 10. Get out of here.